The Pokemon Company has been recently releasing very small booster box sets, so I'm talking about Phantasmal Flames, Perfect Order, or soon to release Chaos Rising set, and the newly announced Pitch Black set, which we're going to dive into in today's video, which features Mega Darkrai EX. What up? Welcome back to Pokeching. Hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, like I said in the intro, we're going to be looking at these sets, just kind of get an idea of the set structure in terms of how many cards or types of each rarity there are in the sets, in terms of illustration rares, special illustration rares, and so on, just to kind of get an idea of what they've been doing recently with our booster box sets. And the question is, obviously, whether or not this is going to be something that we should expect going forward for all the booster box sets, and that they're going to focus on very large sets for the specialty sets. So let's get started with Phantasmal Flames. So here we have the card list. So there are 94 cards in the regular set, so that does not include any full arts, illustration rares, special illustration rares, or mega hyper rares. So just to get an idea here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 illustration rares, so relatively easy to complete that set if you're opening packs. You know, they're not that hard to pull. I think you get roughly 4 per booster box now. I think they upped the ratio a little bit on Mega Evolution block. So yeah, these cards aren't too hard to obtain, and there aren't that many in the set, to be honest. Then we have our full arts here, which I'm not really going to go into. And we have the special illustration rares. In this case, we only have 5 in the set. So what I'm kind of thinking is that the fact that there are less cards in the set overall means that they can print more of each card. For example, let's say, just for the example's sake, if you take Surging Sparks, I think they have like 11 SARs, so I do have it here. Let me just count, because I did prepare this in advance. So we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11 special illustration rares. We have 6 hyper rares. So if, let's just say, for the argument's sake in this video, just as an example, so obviously these aren't real numbers at all, but let's say that each set gets 1,000 SIRs printed. If you have 5 in a set, obviously you're going to have a lot more of each individual SIR than if you were to print 11 SIRs in a set. So it's a stupid little example, but it's just to kind of illustrate that the fact that you have less cards in a set, or less really big hits in a set, means that you can print more of each individual hit. So I'm kind of wondering if that's what they're going for with these smaller sets, to make sure that the cards are more available, easily attainable. Not too sure. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this. And obviously we do have the Mega Hyper Rare, which does remain extremely rare and probably much less copies printed, because obviously, you know, the odds of pulling that are 1 in like 1,000 plus packs. So that's that for Phantasmal Flames, and you will see like a kind of a recurring pattern here with the set sizes. So we do have Perfect Order next. So we're not going into specialty sets once again, because those sets tend to be very, very large these days. So yeah, Perfect Order, we have 88 cards in the main set. And then if we go down to the illustration rares, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have even less than Phantasmal Flames. We only have 11 here. Very, very easy to complete, you know. The hit rates aren't too difficult on illustration rares. So yeah, you could complete those sets realistically. And I know booster boxes and booster packs are still pretty expensive. Perfect Order is maybe going to be a bit cheaper, but yeah, packs are still expensive today, so I'm not saying by any means that it is cheap to complete these sets unless you go out and buy the singles, but if you're opening packs, you know, it wouldn't be that hard to get most of these pretty quickly. So going on to the special illustration rares, we have 4, 5, 6, and then we have 1 Mega Hyper Rare. So once again, you know, not many special illustration rares to hit in the set, so it means that, once again, you can print more of each specific card, and hitting a specific card is going to be easier. Then we're going to go on to Chaos Rising. So we're going to be looking at Ninja Spinner, because that's the equivalent of what we're going to be getting in English. So I'm just going to show you the product lineup if you haven't seen it yet. So here's the set logo. So Chaos Rising there, obviously with the water splashing around, because Greninja is the poster boy of the set. Here is the booster box. There you go. So you have Mega Floette there, Mega Greninja, Mega Dragalge is another one, Mega Pyroar. Here is the Pokemon Center ETB. There you go. And the regular ETB. And then if you want to take a look at all the other smaller products, then you can go on to PokeBeach and take a look at this article. Here's the title of the article if you want to find it. So there you go. And we're going to look at the Ninja Spinner set, which is the Japanese set, and this is what we're going to be getting in English for Chaos Rising. So once again, pretty small set, 83 cards, so it's even smaller than Phantasmal Flames, which is Perfect Order, which is 88. So we're even getting smaller sets. So Phantasmal Flames 94, Perfect Order 88. Ninja Spinner or Chaos Rising 83, so I'll be curious to see if we get 83 cards in the English set. It will be close to that. And then if we go down to the illustration rares, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12. So on average, these smaller sets have 12 illustration rares. So once again, not too difficult to get all of those. You get your full arts once again. And special illustration rares, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get 5 or 6 per set, and we're getting 1 mega hyper rare in each set too. So same argument there, I'm not going to repeat myself, but you get the point. These sets are all similar in structure, in size, and I'm really curious to see if this is going to be what they do going forward to kind of catch up with demand in some way. Obviously smaller sets, once again, you can print more of each individual card, get more available out there. You maybe don't have to open up as many packs to get the cards you need, meaning that, you know, less product has to be ripped through by each person that actually wants to get certain cards from the set, which means that maybe less product is needed to kind of meet that demand. Not too sure. I mean, obviously this is all speculation. We don't know each set is going to have a different print size. I mean, depending on the success of the set, depending if it's, like a specialty set. Nobody really knows what the numbers are. They may print heavier on Phantasmal Flames because there's a lot of demand for that, and less for Perfect Order. So who knows? But I think the initial waves, initial print runs, the intention is to have just smaller sets to be able to print them easier, or more copies of each card. Now going on to Pitch Black, so we don't have the set size yet. Obviously we don't have any information on the cards apart from Mega Darkrai, which is probably going to be the poster boy of the set. So this is going to be releasing on the 22nd of May in Japanese. So on the same day that we're getting our English Chaos Rising set. So we will have a lot more information during the month of May as some cards get revealed. But yeah, I guess the big question is whether or not this is going to be, a relatively small set like Phantasmal Flames, Perfect Order, and Chaos Rising. And we probably will be getting pretty much a copy of this set just in English for our English set. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this. Do you think we should expect smaller sets going forward, apart from obviously, your specialty sets? And do you think they're doing this deliberately so that they can put more printing capacity towards the specialty sets, which are kind of loaded in chase cards, really popular Pokemon, and so on? I just get this impression that they are using the mainline sets just to kind of like get all the new Pokemon out, so all the new Mega Pokemon, so that they're actually featured on cards. And then they're using the specialty sets, which are going to be heavily printed, to get out all of the really popular Pokemon, like going back to older Pokemon. For example, if you take Ascended Heroes, we have Team Rocket's Mewtwo being printed again. We have Mega Gengar, which isn't a new Mega Pokemon. They did print, obviously, Mega Charizard and Phantasmal Flames. They had to have a Charizard set, of course. And we didn't get a full art Mega Charizard X in the Mega era before, I don't think. We got like an EX secret rare or something with a gold border, but we didn't get like a full art card like we did with the Mega Charizard Y in XY Evolutions, I believe. But yeah, anyway. So they're trying to feature all the newest Pokemon in the mainline sets, and then they're using specialty sets to throw in all the really popular Pokemon that people are going to really want to pay a lot of money, to chase those cards that are going to hold a lot of value. So that's just the vibe that I'm getting, and I think a lot of people would probably agree with that. But yeah, once again, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about this? Do you think that's what they're trying to do in terms of printing, keeping all their capacity for specialty sets and less for mainline sets, booster box sets? Who knows, man? Only time will tell. I guess we'll just have to keep an eye on it, but I just thought it'd be interesting to make a video on that because it is something that, you know, I've been thinking about quite a bit with all these smaller sets. And yeah, so if you did enjoy this video, if you did find it kind of useful in some way, if you found it interesting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Join the Kaching gang. And if you are interested in seeing future videos, you can hit that notification bell as well, so that you're notified of future videos as they come out. So guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care, peace out, bye!